we do actually have, I'm glad to say, the solicitor who is heading up the court case on behalf of the Leytonstone campaigners, but this is a court case that is being taken up on behalf of all of us. So give a round of applause to Martin Howe.
Thanks very much. Yes, the case has been brought on behalf of the residents of Fredwig Tower, but clearly the issues apply to everyone here and everyone who's under threat from being blown up by missiles above their heads. Someone knocks on your front door and says, I'm coming in and I'm going to put missiles on top of your building. Have you got anything to say about it? I think you would. But the truth is that the people of Fredwig Tower are not part of the Shipping Norton breakfast and supper club. They're the ones that have got no say in this. There's no sort of fancy riding out and talking to ministers or prime ministers about what should be happening in their own homes. These are the people whose voices have not been heard, yet these are the very people, the men and women and loads of children who have got to go about their daily business with explosive missiles above their heads, have got to sleep underneath that. On what basis do ordinary, decent people in the East End of London no longer have a say as to how they go about their normal daily lives? So this action has been brought in the High Court. It's to be heard in full on Monday, the 9th of July. And I ask you to come down and show your solidarity with your friends and your neighbours from Leytonstone. Please be there. Let the courts know that people are concerned and bothered about this.
Apologises for not being able to come. Instead of him, we have George Bennet, who's actually from Camden Unison. He's here to bring support from workers in Camden. So
Thanks very much indeed, Chris. I also have been asked to extend a message of support from the Member of Parliament, John McDonnell, from West London, who's not able to make it today due to commitments in his own constituency. Others have already pointed out the obscene contradiction between the reality of the age of austerity, which this government under David Cameron and Nick Clegg is inflicting on working class communities up and down the country, at the same time that the money is somehow found to station missiles here in Tower Hamlets and indeed at a number of other sites across the capital. Missiles that actually make the city into a terrorist target. Now, I'm not denying that there is a terrorist threat, but as other speakers have already highlighted, that threat is actually reinforced by the ongoing war in Afghanistan, the ongoing reality of the catastrophe in Iraq, and the threats of intervention in the Middle East and indeed in Somalia. In the meantime, in my borough, we're seeing £83 million in council cuts. More than 900 full-time equivalent jobs are going across the borough. Here in Tower Hamlets, more than 500 jobs will go. Day centres closing, libraries under threat of closure, vital public services are going because of this government's policies, which are offered by and on the behest of those in Canary Wharf and the City of London who have dodged tax, who have fixed interest rates, who have actually been engaged in criminal activities, but not a single one of them has faced a jail sentence. Now, the Olympics are sparking protests like this, and they're also actually fueling anger amongst ordinary workers. So I want here and now to give a big shout to the bus workers in London who took strike action last Friday in pursuit of the so-called Olympic bonus and are committed to striking again on the 5th and the 24th of July. And in concluding, I want to mention that in our own borough of Camden, there will be traffic wardens, mainly black African workers, taking strike action the week after next to put an end to chronically low pay. These are workers who week in, week out generate revenue for the London Borough of Camden, face racist abuse in the streets from the motoring public and face bullying from their management. They're fighting for better than the London living wage, and I hope that you can offer your support over the course of the coming month of July as they stand up for dignity at work and against poverty pay. Thank you very much indeed.